Hello, my name is Nadia Lahana, and thank you for watching Nac Edition. Today we are going to be bringing you news from around the East Texas area. From SFA championship teams to intramural sensations to local clubs around Nacogdoches, we will take you inside the lives of athletes around town. We are also going to bring you the opinions of concerned students over a touchy topic with the campus police. Today, I will also shed light on competitions and local stores across the oldest town in Texas. So don't go anywhere. Nac Edition starts now. Hello and welcome to Nac Edition. The word Lego combines two Danish words, leg and got, meaning play well. The Judy B. McDonald Public Library is currently hosting a Lego club. Dylan Hensley investigates.
The Public Library is a community leader when it comes to serving their patrons. They offer a number of programs for all ages.
Building with Lego bricks is a multi-sensory, open-ended experience, so the building projects can be tailored to anyone's unique needs, including those with special needs, such as blindness, deafness, mobility impairment, autism, or ADHD.
We started about 5 or 6 years ago. I saw it reviewed in a magazine for librarians, and it was basically an attempt to get boys primarily back into the library.
According to friendship.org, Lego therapy is now considered a successful type of play therapy. Several educational and medical studies in the UK and the US found that facilitated group projects with Legos can help develop and reinforce play skills and social skills, such as verbal and nonverbal communication, joint attention, task focus, sharing and turn-taking, and collaborative problem solving.
The children just come up with their own creations. Later on in the semester, we will have a specific STEAM for Kids program where they will be learning how to use Legos and robotics.
While most community Lego clubs don't focus on a particular therapeutic plan, therapists and teachers have long noticed that both children and adults naturally gravitate towards Legos in a room full of toys. It's a fun way to build upon existing interests and emerging skills, and the possibilities are endless. I'm Dylan Hensley with Nac Edition.
The public library hosts the Lego Club on the third Saturday of every month at 2:30 p.m. Nacogdoches has many car clubs, one being the most prominent. The Nacogdoches Jeep Club, Danny Cavetta has more on the well-known club.
The club exclusively owners that not many people know about. I got a chance to talk to one of the founders, Robert Walden, to find out a little bit more about what they do.
Guys and girls, they come out together and we learn about Jeeps and go out and play in the mud. We just have a good time, and we're trying to find right now a organization that we can donate to and raise money for.
Getting your Jeep down and dirty is a must in this club, as you can clearly see. And they also have event meetings for members to attend.
We have a weekly meeting on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. behind Lumberjack Landing, where we're at right now.
All right.
Then we make wheeling trips. Every once in a while we'll plan some. We'll go up to Barnwell Mountain, it's an off-road park, or we'll go out to Bridgeport, it's an off-road park. And sometimes we'll go down to the beach and play in the sand.
They're also always welcoming new members. The only condition is you must own a Jeep.
All they have to do is they add us on Facebook. We're the official SFA Jeep Club. It says 2016, 2017 on it. Or they can get in contact with me with email on Facebook, Robert Walden. So all they have to do is just come out to the meetings on Wednesday nights at 7. We're always here. So
It looks like a lot of fun, so make sure to check them out. And as most members of this club say, it's a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand. For Nac Edition, I'm Danny Quevedo.
If you'd like to know more about the Jeep Club, please contact Robert Walden on Facebook or by phone at 940-210-0720. In other news, intramural sports have started back up on campus. Cheyenne Aldridge went out to get more information on how to join.
Intramural sports kicked off this past week with flag football. If you're new on campus and looking for a way to make new friends, intramural sports is a great place to start.
Hey, he's there a little early, yeah? You know that.
Intramural sports is an absolutely phenomenal way for me to kind of de-stress, and I get to get out all my anger and aggression to go play sports and hang out with my friends and my fraternity brothers. It's a phenomenal way to get active on campus, and I get to meet all sorts of guys from doing it, and it's just such an awesome experience.
Yeah, we have lots of friends in different chapters, so it's fun to see them play against each other.
SFA Intramurals offers jobs to students such as scorekeeping, game supervision, and referee jobs.
Well, like my team, I have a football team, softball team, and no one knew each other. And the first practice we had, everyone came like so close, kind of like a family. So it's kind of good feedback every time you get a new team, create something.
Some come to play. Some come to show support. Some come to show off.
So I'm out here showing my talents to all the great fans out here. They get to see more money, more money.
For more information about intramural sports, you can check out SFA's Campus Rec website for rules, regulation, and officiation. I'm Cheyenne Aldridge, and this is Nac Edition.
If you are interested in intramural sports, please go by their office at the Rec. SFA's Sculpture for All competition and exhibition provides emerging talent a platform to display their art. Dylan Hensley reports on the competition.
The SFA Sculpture for All is a national juried exhibition of public art, and all the sculptures are being held in display right here in the Azalea Garden.
The Sculpture for All outdoor exhibition and competition is showcasing SFA in a new and bold way with the 2015 through 2017 biennial exhibition, allowing a longer period for viewing, study, and reflection.
Here's the deal, I'll make something big enough that no one can steal. So I made a giant bunny rabbit. And from the bunny rabbit, I started making other large work, and then I started showing work around the United States in these public outdoor shows, and I realized how much it affected the communities that it was involved with and how people actually went out, looked at the art, and it brought people into the fold of the art world.
The Sculpture for All exhibition features the work of national artists from California to Kentucky and Texas artists from Beaumont to Throckmorton.
In this show alone, we have one from San Jose, California, one from Minnesota, a couple from the central of the United States, Kentucky and Tennessee, New Mexico. I mean, they come from literally all over the place.
Arguably the most well-known sculptor from the competition is a man named Joe Barrington.
Joe, who won the first Sculpture for All, he is from Throckmorton, Texas. He's a really down-to-earth, fun guy. He's an artist. He doesn't do anything else. He just makes sculpture.
The first year of the Sculpture for All was a huge success, with overwhelmingly positive response from tourists, artists, gardeners, and students of all ages.
If you win, it's $1,000. Second place is $750, and third is $500.
The initial success would not have been possible without all of the generous donors and amazing partners. Sculpture for All is an important building block in the cultural growth of the Nacogdoches community. With the help of the community and continuing support, art will continue to bloom throughout the SFA gardens. I'm Dylan Hensley with Nac Edition.
If you're interested in entering future competitions, go to www.sculptureforall.com for more information on how to enter. Ever wonder how SFA keeps up with a campus so huge? We'll tell you. The groundskeeping department is constantly hard at work every day. They make sure SFA's campus is clean, green, and spotless for students and faculty, whether it's rain or shine, season or not. These guys work tirelessly to keep the campus up to date. Great job, guys. From us here on Nac Edition, we would like to thank you on the behalf of the school. Welcome back to Nac Edition. You may have heard about our local Hastings recently going out of business. Here is Cheyenne Aldridge with more on the story.
Hastings, founded in 1968, will close its doors October 31st, 2016 for good. Hundreds of Nacogdoches locals poured into Hastings this Saturday, where the whole store was for sale. Hastings going out of business sales started back in July in Albuquerque. They've recently made their way to the Nacogdoches location, where locals who enjoy books, games, movies, and music say it feels like Christmas came early this year.
Well, everything in there's on sale right now. I bought 2 movies.
Hastings, along with its parent company Draw Another Circle and sister brands Movie Stop and SP Images, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in June. So what does this mean for Nacogdoches locals?
We can't really come and rent movies anymore. Like, we have to use Redbox now.
It's just that now we're stuck with Redbox. I can't get a new release out of Redbox. And Apple TV is kind of delayed too, so no new releases in Nacogdoches.
This is Cheyenne Aldridge reporting for Nac Edition.
You may go to the local Hastings on North Street to see for yourself. Many people this year have had a common complaint ever since the school year began, including myself. Many students have said that this is a problem that needs to change. Danny Quevedo went out and found out more about the problems we've been having with the SFA parking issues.
SFA parking. It's created headaches, stress, and tardiness for many students living off campus this semester. Ever since the STEM building construction project began, Ragged Street has been changed to faculty staff parking only, and there is no parking on Clark Street. This took away many parking spots for students with a resident parking permit, as well as those that live off campus. I got a chance to talk to one very angry student, and she gave me her opinions on the matter.
I live off campus, and the fact that I have a 9:30 class, I don't even try to park on campus because, there's no way that you can ever even get a parking spot. There's barely any parking spots for the people that live on campus, more than that for the ones that live off. I'm parking over at CVS. I walk a mile every day to class and a mile every day to my car. I think it's ridiculous that you look around here and there's parking spots everywhere for the teacher spots, and there's more students than there are teachers. So I don't get why there's so many parking spots for them but not for us.
As you can see, this has created some anger in many SFA students. Many have complained and have used social media to express their anger. We hope the SFA parking department can see this has become an issue and can work on getting it fixed soon, or find an alternative solution for those students who have paid for a parking permit but have nowhere to park. For Nac Edition, I'm Danny Quevedo.
If you're also experiencing the same problems, you can voice your opinion to the campus police. Are you a gamer? Do you like fighting games? If that's the case, did you know Nacogdoches has its very own community for fighting gamers? Nick Bailey goes from how-to the had-to in finding out what this group is all about. Nick Bailey has the story.
For some people, sports isn't the only thing you have to take competitively. This goes for the FGC.
You know, for some who don't know, an FGC actually means fighting game community. And right now we're outside at one of the meetups that usually happen every other Saturday here. So we're going to go inside soon here and find out what an FGC is and how to get involved.
So an FGC to me is probably best described as an amalgamation of people from all sorts of parts of life, whether it's like different races and creeds and religions and sexualities. It's the most diverse group of people I've ever seen. But we play video games, and we play them competitively. So whether that means that you actually go and compete or like to play amongst your friends, I mean, there's different degrees. So my name is Javier Vega. My gamer tag as a fighting game competitor is Arcanus. And I've been playing fighting games since, well, technically I've been playing fighting games all my life, since Street Fighter II on the Super Nintendo when I had one in like 1994.
So I was curious to know more. Since we know a little bit about FGCs, where did the NAC FGC come from all this? How did it start? And here's Javier's answer.
The NAC FGC is kind of an obscure topic because I don't feel like any one person actually founded it. It just so happened to be that whenever Street Fighter IV came out, it came more to light. Like, people became more aware of people being around the area playing the game kind of seriously, or playing fighting games kind of seriously at that time. Yeah, and here we are. It's like 8 years later, and we have many more people. We're still small, but we have tons of people now that want to play different games. It's no longer Street Fighter IV. But yeah, it was kind of a humble beginnings. Then it's also very college centric. So you have people that are, younger, 18 to 27, trying to play games. If you go on Facebook and search Nacogdoches FGC, you'll find us. It's on there. You can submit a request to join the group, and either myself or Wade, the other guy that kind of hosts things, I don't host, but I kind of organize, will approve you to come in, as long as we don't think that you're some sort of robot.
Some people are probably wondering whether this community only has certain qualifications to enter, or whether you have to be a certain kind of person. Rest assured, none of that is here.
Anyone's welcome to come. If you've never played a fighting game before, you're still welcome to come. Even though if you don't want to play and you just want to watch, you're welcome to come. I'm just happy that people want to come out and play. And if you are really interested in investing time and getting pretty good at the games and, trying to compete and stuff like that, we have plenty of people who have experience, and we're more than happy to teach you the ways, wax on and wax off. It'll work itself out. It'll take time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears, yada yada. But I will say it does take a certain person to be a true competitor in the games. So it's not for everybody, and that's okay. I'm not saying that everyone in our community needs to be a competitor, and the majority of people aren't. People just like to play games and want to, have fun, and that's okay. As long as you're honest with that, then no one will be upset. No one will think that you're slacking or anything like that. So yeah, the more the merrier.
We're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we will have Nick Bailey with the weather. Stay tuned. This is Nac Edition.
Hey, Nick Bailey here with your weather. So let's get you started. Right here, over here in Kansas City, we're looking at 91. Over here in Denver, we're looking around 83. And coming down here towards San Antonio, we're looking at 95, partly cloudy. And then when you look over at Dallas, it's pretty sunny. It's pretty sunny over there with a 95. And then we come over here to New Orleans, we're going to be looking at 93. And then we bring it down here towards Tampa. We're looking around 88, a little cloudy. And then look, Miami, it's going to be pretty stormy down there. Be sure to bring a jacket. And coming up here towards the Minneapolis area, we're looking around another chance of cloudy storms, as well as Chicago looking there. So be sure to pack some umbrellas. And it's going to get cloudy over here coming towards Billings. And then we have the Cut Bank, more cloudiness. But, mostly along the East Coast. Mostly along the East Coast, we're going to be looking at some cloudy weather. And coming towards Washington, D.C., we're looking around partly cloudy skies. It's going to be sunny with a little bit of skies there. Might get gray a little bit. And then we're coming here towards New York. It's going to look, we're talking 86. And then up here in Maine, towards the East Coast there, it should be all right. Now we're going to cut over to our Texas forecast here. Now Texas, we're looking here around, in San Antonio, you're seeing it's around 95. Austin, 97. And we're looking towards Houston. It's going to be about the same, partly cloudy, 97. Then up here in Dallas, we're looking at 96. So for the most part, we're talking a bit of dry weather. We're not really going to be getting too much rainfall at all because it's pretty dry out there today. So it'll be nice. Get the kids outside. 89 up here in Amarillo. We're talking 94 down here in Midland. And Marla's looking at 86, and El Paso at 94 degrees. So yeah, it's going to be a hot one out here today, folks. So be sure to wear some sunscreen. We're not out of summer entirely yet. Now, if we cut over to the county, what we're looking at here is Nacogdoches. We're looking at 96 again, and St. Augustine 95 degrees, and coming back here towards Jacksonville, looking at 95 as well, and Tyler and Palestine, and coming down to Lufkin and the Woodville area, we're looking at 96 as well, and the same goes for Jasper. And yeah, it's pretty hot outside. Now, if we look at the 7-day forecast, yeah, Wednesday we're looking over here at, it's going to be sunny, 93. Going at, oh my God, it's going to be sunny, 93, and 70 later, and 0% chance of rain at all. And then we look at Thursday. We're looking at Thursday, it's going to be 91 for the majority of the day, 73, and it's going to be partly cloudy. And Friday, we're looking at 93, and it's going to be 73 by tonight. 20% chance of rain, like, towards the end of the week here, once we get to Saturday, that's when the rain's going to build up. We're looking at 95 degrees, and then it's going to be 73 later tonight. And you're looking at an 80% chance of precipitation. And then Sunday, we're talking 93 with a lower 72 and a 90% chance of precipitation as well. So, during the weekend, it's going to be pretty rainy. So grab your umbrellas, folks, and we're going to get back to sports with Josh.
Hello and welcome to Nac Edition Sports. I'm Josh Green and we have a lot of sports action for you, so let's dive right in. We begin with some Friday Night Light action as the Lufkin Panthers took on the Rams of Prep Tech. It was a nice night for football as the Panthers looked to come back from their high-scoring loss to Parkway. They would welcome in the Prep Tech Rams all the way from Monterrey, Mexico. We get things started late in the first quarter as Lufkin quarterback Cordell Rogers play face to his running back and throws a beautiful 20-yard touchdown pass to Bo Atkins. Cordell Rogers showing off his arm and his strong arm and his poise, and he wasn't done just yet. Panthers still up 7 with the Rams driving, but Lufkin safety DeAndre Bagley makes a big hit to keep the Rams from scoring. Just 2 plays later, however, Prep Tech gets on the board, capping off a 13-play, 77-yard drive and ties it all up at 7. Lufkin able to move the football, caps off a long drive of their own as Khalil Brown powers into the end zone to put Lufkin back on top. Lufkin fans feeling good after the score. We move to the second half as Khalil Brown getting the troops fired up, as you can see there. Cordell Rogers getting warmed up and ready to go on the sidelines for the second half. On Lufkin's first drive of the second half, Rogers connects to DeLeon Phillips for a 37-yard touchdown, putting the Panthers up 21-7. With the Panthers up 28-7, Rogers throws a bomb to Malik Jackson for an 85-yard touchdown score. Panthers will take a 35-7 lead. Rogers would finish with over 300 yards and having four passing touchdowns. The Panthers had some big hits against Prep Tech as Matt Quick makes a great tackle on special teams. With the Panthers up late, they'll be able to put in their backups, and Dylan McDuffie comes into the game, and his pass is just broken up down the field. Though on the next play, Lufkin special teams player Jackson Treadwell comes up with the fumble recovery after the Rams punt returner cannot catch the ball cleanly in the air. With only a few seconds left, Lufkin will be able to take the knee to end the game. The Panthers win by a final score of 35-7 over the Prep Tech Rams of Monterrey, Mexico. Coach Quick was happy with the win, but still believes that his team has a lot to work on.
Very good defensively last week, and it was really an emphasis for us to get back doing the small things right, and we had to do that. And I was proud of the kids defensively. The offense wasn't near as tough. We missed some tackles, and we gave them a first down on a penalty, which you can't do once you get stopped, but they played after that. And so I was pretty pleased with how we did defensively. Not pleased offensively. I didn't think we really clicked. I just thought we took shots. We made some big plays. We got to be able to run the football when they put more people in the box. We just have to do a better job of that.
The Panthers improved to 3-1 on the season. Lufkin begins district play this Friday against College Park on Lufkin's homecoming week. The Panthers look to get off to a good start in district play. Moving on to some more high school football action, Nacogdoches traveled to Hawesville to face the Bobcats. Nacogdoches had the running game working well as Phillip Jones runs all over Hallsville's defense. He finished the game with 280 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. It was close at halftime with the Dragons up 14-7, but they would never trail in this game. The Dragons scored 21 points in the second half and will win by a final score of 35-14. Nacogdoches quarterback Noah Hildebrand also had a good game, throwing 2 touchdowns. Nacogdoches improves to 3-1 on the season. and are undefeated so far on the road. Nacogdoches has a tough matchup next week as they take on Gilmer at home. The Dragons are 1-1 on the season, but look to get a big win over the Gilmer Buckeyes. They begin district play in 2 weeks as they will take on the Lindale Eagles. Now turning it over to SFA Athletics, the Lady Jack volleyball team kicked off their Southland Conference schedule against Incarnate Word this past Thursday. The Lady Jacks and head coach Debbie Humphreys looking to remain undefeated at home and start conference playoff with a win. The Lady Jacks handled the Cardinals pretty well all night as Ann Hollis gets the point for SFA. Hollis again getting involved. She sets the ball for Abby McMitry, who powers it past the Cardinal defense. Getting involved also was Cora Evans, who scores that point for SFA. SFA played well on defense as Peyton Raymond makes a great block, leaving the Cardinals to no point for a play, and then set by Hollis and Evans to McMitry, slams it for a Lady Jack point. McMitry finishes the game with 11 kills, 2 digs, and 1 blocked assist. Peyton Raymond had a great defensive game with 6 digs, blocked assists, and SFA is able to sweep Incarnate Word in 3 sets. They take care of business and get off to conference play with a win over the Cardinals. The Lady Jacks have had 2 games since that win over the Cardinals. They both swept Little Rock and North Texas. They host the Baylor Bears tonight in a key matchup at 6:30. It's been 22 years since Baylor has played in Nacogdoches. The Lady Jacks are 9-23 all time against the Lady Bears, but are 7-5 when playing them in Nacogdoches. The SFA soccer team has been on a roll for years now, and they kept the tradition going this past weekend. Here's the inside scoop on how most successful the team on campus took the victory over their rivals on Friday.
The SFA Lady Jack soccer team went to play against their rival school, Northwestern State in Louisiana, on Friday, September 16th, and came out with their first conference win in 2016. The Lady Jacks had 20 shots on goal, but only one hit the back of the net in the 69th minute. Sophomore Brianna Moore put the only number on the scoreboard when the goalie deflected a previous shot. Moore slid past her and put the ball in the net to turn on the purple lights here in Nacogdoches. SFA looks to be the only team in the nation to win the conference title outright for 6 years in a row. Here is senior captain Brooke Dunnigan with how she feels her last season will go.
Win conference, and I think that we're going to win the conference tournament and go to the NCAA tournament. That is what I hope, and that is what I think we can do, because I've seen us grow a lot from like last season to this season. I think it's the best soccer we've played yet, and it's just the beginning of the season, so I'm excited.
The next conference play will be against Texas A&M Corpus Christi on Friday, September 23rd at 7 p.m. Central Time.
The Lady Jacks are 1-0 in conference play after beating rival Northwestern State. They will be on the road this Friday against A&M Corpus Christi. This will be their second conference game. The SFA Lumberjack football team went out and shocked the Southland Conference this past weekend, and we went to see how they were prepared for their win against the McNeese State Cowboys.
The Lumberjack football team handed the reigning Southland Conference champions their first conference loss in 2016 on Saturday by coming out with a 31-28 victory. The McNeese Cowboys were ranked number 13 in the FCS going into the football game. SFA snapped McNeese's 9-game conference winning streak on Saturday. It is also the second time in 3 years the Lumberjacks beat the nationally ranked Cowboys on their own turf. SFA's key to the win goes to their defense, causing 2 crucial turnovers that gave SFA amazing momentum. I went out and spoke to senior cornerback Zach Starnes about how the defense are preparing to face their next opponent, Abilene Christian.
We've seen their tendencies because they're young and they don't realize that yet, but we're going to figure that out. We've already schemed up a lot of their offense. They're simple, so we have pretty good coaches at our defensive coordinators and stuff like that, so I think we'll be fine.
The Lumberjacks look to take on Abilene Christian at home at Rice Stadium on September 24th at 6 p.m. Central Time.
SFA's upset over McNeese shows that this could be a great year for the Lumberjacks. They take on Abilene Christian next at home this Saturday night. That's going to wrap it up for sports. I'm Josh Green. Back to you, Nadia.
Join us next time for another great episode of Nac Edition.